Hi, this is Denise Getz, and I am responsible for teaching the switch control structure for this week in our CIT336 class. So what is a switch? In my own words, I would say that a switch is a conditional statement that compares a single variable or a condition to many possible values that it could have, as well as a default. And a switch could be compared to many nested if statements to achieve the same thing, but the beauty in the switch statement is that it's so neat and orderly and organized. So I have, here are some sources here. Of course, W3 Schools is a good one, and there's a ton of sources out there. There's no shortage of things on the internet if you just Google it, basically. But let me show you to really appreciate the switch control structure. Let's look at how we would need to code it with if statements. And so down here, I have a bunch of if statements, and then I have my switch up here. Okay, so this is really simple PHP. I just took the switch statement that I found in this week's assignment, and I mean, basically the switch, if you've programmed before, it's the same kind of structure. It's just getting the syntax correct for it in PHP. So basically up here I have cats. I put cats into animals, this variable called animals, and I'm comparing this variable animals to these different things. And so if I have this set to cats, then it's going to fall in here into this case and say this person loves, and then I have the actual variable printing out here, which would be cats. Cats keep the mice away. So you would probably want to use a case state or switch statement where you're having different outcomes for different things. But sometimes, and I can show you another thing. Sometimes you have, like, say, maybe I wanted cats and dogs to do the same thing, but I want fish and snakes to do a different thing. You can do that just as well, very neatly and organized, and I'll show you that in a second. But let me show you how this works, essentially. And so down here, I have the if statements, and you see how crazy it looks. It's how much harder to read. It's like if animals equal dogs, then echo out the statement. It's the same stuff, but then you have to have else if, and then you have to have a final else. And notice this default is it would be the final. If it didn't hit on any of these, it would go to the default. And this is like highly recommended to have. So because it's dangerous otherwise. So let's just I'll show you what it looks like so far with cats. It's going to print out a statement from the switch as well as the if statement. So let's go there. So this person loves cats. Cats keep away the mice. And the if statement says the same exact thing. So it's not that you can't do the same thing with an if statement. It's just this is so much easier to read and much more organized, okay? So I mean, if I switch this to really fast, I'll just switch it to dogs and run it. Oh, I forgot. That's what I did. Okay, so I'll show you why that is. But so it just switched to dogs. So let's go over here. And the reason why that happened is because in my dog statement, I didn't put this. This is like a function, PHP function that says allows me to do new line, and I didn't do it on the dog one. So if I switch this to fish, it'll work because I did remember to do that there. See, okay, so they're fish. Okay, so let's try something cooler, okay? One thing you can do is you can say, you can say two things, like I said, dogs and cats are going to do the same thing, right? So, and then fish will be on, reptiles will be on its own, whatever, say. Now, this is going to, so now I'll switch this back up to here. Let's say this will be cats, okay? So you know it's going to fall in here, and down here, it should fall into this. So let's just see. So this person loves cats. Don't forget to walk your dog. Okay, so that, and then the if statement says this person loves cats. Cats keep away the mice. Well, the if statement stayed the same. You still had to have separate lines for it, but this, the reason why this happened is because I'm using this, the variable, and it's just taking cats and putting that word there. So even though it would apply to dogs and cats, I probably would want to make a statement that would apply not to don't forget to walk your dog or cat or something like that. So it would apply to both. But this is basically how a switch works. It's quite, I think it's clean. It's easy to pretty much code. Don't forget to say break to get out of the code afterward. And I think you're good to go. If you have any questions, you're certainly welcome to post them on the discussion board. I'd be happy to try and answer them. Thank you so much.